no back and forth, ain't no left or right. I got King's disease, but I move like a knight. Rappers bandwagon trying to get some light. I do it for the fam, never for the hype. When you turn a legend, no such thing as relevance. They must have forgot that I'm a new rapper that got integrity. All in the media and blogs, that's just a place I don't care to be. Most of these niggas wouldn't say shit if they was ahead of me.
No back and forth, I did it back then, I do it right now. I open a lane for my era, I'm goated, they gave me the crown. Go, with all the success, come negative press, I'm watching it pal. They saying that black music dying, I'm saying they right on the south. But look at me now, damn y'all, look at me now. Whatever I do isn't why, I'm keeping it Queens cause that's my side. I shook up the town, I shook up the city, I shook up the state. I was 21 on my second run, that shook up with age. It's a conversation, it's determination, your interpretation. I just shot the nation. Did my tour with the Woo, I came back and I set the pace. They just ran in, what about Crips and took what I replaced it. Two Caucasians, so part of their faces. Most of y'all assume that they was black as exploitation. They know that I see everything invested in ring. It's cool to be mainstream, I'd rather be timeless, that's if we keep it in P. 21. One city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Yeah. Yeah. If Chappelle moved to Ghana to find his peace, then I'm rolling where the service always roaming. I'm packing my bags and going. It's a challenging act. It's a balancing act. Visit beautiful places is more out here than the trap. Houses in Long Island, they always found them. House in the South, a nigga barely got out. Sunny LA, remember calls with Dr. Dre. He told me, don't let the palm trees fool you, nigga, be safe. Me and my higher self, we often would speak. Somehow we lost the connection, might meet a Joshua tree. And it's been bothering me. Too many wavy women, gotta log out of IG. Can't be my ace DMing, no kidding. It's hard to move like a civilian. I write the truth cause I live it, not like you musical niggas. We did it big and they bigots. They rather shoot than write tickets. What it feel like to go get it, what it feel like to go miss it. In one city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Some place to be nobody. Dog bought a plane, said let's go to Paris. That's where baguettes are from, French bread that's long and narrow. I like the other definition, rectangular carrots. The concept of the song is rather esoteric. This girl said in Grenada we should go get married. Broke the meaning down of the Virgin Mary. And you got your own place. My favorite part of the night when you text me that you made it home safe. I'm contemplating at the home base how I'm used to breakfast in the ghetto sipping OJ. That's a picture right there, a moment in time. Before anybody wanted a photo of mine. Before the internet energy and social decline destroyed the vibe, fooling us with the headlines, keeping us blind. Vultures eat you alive. Take heed to the signs. Wishing I find one city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Some place to be nobody.
All my time is spent focused on my freedom now. Why would I join them when I know that I could beat them now? They put their words on me and they can eat them now. That's probably why they keep on telling me I'm needed now. They tried to box me out while taking what they want from me. I spent too many years living too uncomfortably, making room for people who didn't like the labor but wanted the spoils, greedy, selfish behavior. Now let me give it to you balanced and with clarity. I don't need to turn myself into a parody. I don't do the shit you do for popularity. They clearly didn't understand when I said I get out apparently. My awareness like Keanu in the Matrix. I'm saving souls and y'all complaining about my lateness. Now it's illegal for someone to walk in greatness. They want the same, but they don't take risks. Now the world will get to see its own reflection, and the anointed can pursue their own direction. And if you're wrong and you're too proud to hear correction, walk into the hole you dug yourself, fuck a projection. See me in my freedom, taking all my land back. They said a lot against me, thinking I just stand back. I got my legs beneath me, I got my hands back. A lot of people sabotaged, they couldn't stand that. I turned the other cheek, I took blow after blow. There's so much crisis in the world cause you reap what you sow. When you keep what you know is meant for someone else, did you dig for them, you might just end up in yourself. I'm in the secret place, I keep a sacred space. They keep showing their hands, but keep hiding their face. If I'm a messenger, you block me, then you block the message. So aggressive, the world you made is what you're left with. Pride and ego over love and truth is fuck reckless. Y'all niggas got a death wish, the stupid leaves me breathless.
Some place to be. Yeah. Ain't ducking nothing. Just might have to build my own city where I need a real nigga passport to enter. Miss Hill, we ain't going nowhere. They gonna have to deal with us. Make them uncomfortable. Yeah.
I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get this going. So, yeah, we got a nice little special segment. You know, it's a lot of things that in this life, in these spaces, we don't, you know, really have the chance to really just kind of expand upon and just get a better sight, a better view of what it is that it consists of, right? So let's go ahead and get this going. All right, so I got to introduce our guest. Oh, yeah, definitely. This one right here. You all are used to seeing a certain side of this individual, and that certain side usually is this. But see, the thing is this: tonight we on a whole nother mode because there's a whole nother side of this individual you all are not aware of. So I'm going to introduce you to that side, and I'm going to introduce a wonderful friend of mine, my native. Everybody, welcome MsOshun.
You're just, you know, admiring beauty. You're not exploring. Essentially, monogamy is being focused on exploration. We're not actually exploring each person's dimensions and what makes them who they are. We're not exploring anything, let alone love. We have to explore ourselves, which can take years, thus exploring another person. Love is not something that you tour through. Love is an experience, and it takes a really long time, okay? So have fun and explore the world, but understand, that does not mean hop from hotel to hotel.
We in here. What's going on? How are you this evening? Respect to the family, man.
Hey, respect. Can you hear me?
You are loud and clear.
Okay. It's been a while since I've seen that video.
Yeah, I gotta make sure that they know, it's not just that, okay? It's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, folks click is because wisdom, logic, rationality, and reason is something that will always be welcome to those of like minds. And that's what it's about, you know what I mean? Those who are able to just sometimes make sense of some of this, And speaking of making sense of some things, first of all, how has your day been?
My day has been strangely pleasant. It's like it's like that calm that happens when the sun comes up after it's been a bad tornado.
Oh,
it's real serene.
Okay now.
Like that.
I ain't mad at that. I know what you mean by like that, like oddly strange pieces. Like, hold on, I haven't experienced this form of piece yet. Like, this is a whole new side of it, you know. Because I thought I was unsettled. I actually thought I might have been a little disturbed in my mind, and come to find out, nah, it's actually a new level, a new window door that has been opened, So let me ask you this question, like, because, for the people who not hip. So we're going to talk about, like, how So I have it written down here. How we respond in relationships during circumstances, right? So, you know, I'm just kind of curious. So, Lo, had a chance to kind of get a briefing on this. So
Mhm.
the first thing I want to ask you is, as a woman who I do take consideration in what you say, when it comes to, hmm, let's say, let's start it off here.
Mhm.
When it comes to what a woman feels in a relationship, as far as, let's say, things are good or things are not good,
Mhm.
is there a difference in how us as men should view when you see things as good and when we see things as not good? Small example to land it. So when things are going really well, am I supposed to automatically know that? Because it should be shown, right? Like automatically, it should be something that we just know, like she into me. Like I can tell by how she responds, right?
Mhm.
All right, bet. So that is communication. You're communicating to me that things are good. A lot of times what happens with men, we don't know things aren't good. We don't have no clue. Man, we be saying to ourselves, man, like, like we've been doing all right. And then come to find out, it's like, nah, not really. And I noticed on the woman's side, it's like sometimes we could have different views of what that looks like. Would you care to expand upon that? Well, I'll go ahead and get this set. Nancy, if you will. Thank you, Nancy.
I'll say this. It
Mhm.
is true that men and women, the viewpoint on, great and not so great is different.
Mhm.
It's different. However, I think sometimes reading the room with that can be difficult because a great smooth sailing time for you might be she's not crying, she's not raising her voice, she's not angry
Right.
looking,
Mhm.
therefore everything's great. Meanwhile, on her side, she could be just avoiding even talking to you because you just an asshole.
Mm.
so so now it becomes it's like you feel like you're in jail and the other person feels like they're on the other side, and it happens with men too. We'll think everything is great, and
Mhm.
we're performing at our peak, and then he'll just say real quick like, no, it was all trash, like I've been
So
unhappy for a minute, like.
do you believe that right there in what you just said? Do you believe that that's simply because sometimes a woman does not see her play in what
Mhm.
the relationship entirety consists of, possibly?
To a degree, but I think
Okay.
too there's a level where you're not gonna see that, and you have to actually ask and talk it out. And honestly, I'm okay with realizing that there's some things I'm not gonna know if you don't tell me, because
Right.
a lot of us will muddle through, as they say. Yeah, we'll muddle through, and
Mm.
others won't see it. Like most of us don't wear our feelings on our sleeve. Like we don't. We know
Mm.
we've learned how to manage our emotions and stuff so that we can still operate without being, a bother to anyone. But that has its downside too, because when you learn to operate like that, people tend not to be able to tell, emotionally where you're at. So you have to check in. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
be conscious, but check in, like actually check in, like
My bad. My bad. I'm trying to do this. No, because I had to hit my flyers. All right, so this is what I want to know. Now, this is so how normally in relationships we always hear of the nagging aspect that comes from women. Do is I mean honestly, listen, I'm going to be honest with you, Lola. Me personally, I do believe that us as men, there's just a lot that we want to express, and a lot of times maybe we feel like we're not heard. Do
yeah.
you believe? Do you believe possibly that when it comes to the nagging, that's not just women to men? Do you believe that men can actually kind of like, I don't know, verbally badger women at times?
Yeah, but it's not. And trust me, I've been through that.
Okay.
Okay, I've been through that, but it doesn't look the same. It's the
Okay.
same thing. It just don't look the same. And it's coming from a different place. Sometimes I know for me, when I have been accused of nagging, I was just overly concerned, and I'm a bit of a worry wart. And my intentions were in the right place, but you know, I can be like that. And same thing with men; they can be, naggers for whatever reason. Sorry about my alien phone. You're making this noise. They can be like that, but it's a fine line between, like, nagging and being concerned and stuff like that. But men do it too. It's just we don't talk about it. We don't always talk about it, just simply because people have assigned nagging to women, when in reality men do it too. I've been in a relationship where all I got was nagged. I mean, all I got was nagged. I hardly got any uh not nagging, if you can believe that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that is something. I listen, me personally, you know what I've seen? I've seen honestly that, and I'm just being real with you, Lola, because you know we can talk. I've honestly seen it where a lot of times men are trying to, we're just simply trying to express ourselves to you, and a lot of times we can feel it's being rolled over or not being appreciated and or received. And so what you may see is what we're doing is badgering you or just trying to bug you or blow your phone up. 9 times out of 10, nah, really, we just trying to get a message across to you, because we don't want you to go off in your thoughts and be thinking one thing for the longest time. I see the look on your face. Now, look, everybody, I want you to remember, it's two sides to this individual. Okay. All right. It's two sides now. So that look on the face, I just want y'all to know that was the. Okay, go ahead, Lola. Go ahead, Lola.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
okay, there's a level, right, where you can expect people to understand you, and then there's a level where people can't understand you if they're not you or been through what you're talking about, and all they can do is just be an ear. And you have to kind of draw the line and be emotionally, I guess, mature enough to accept that reality. I know for me, there's some things that if I say, right,
Right.
because we're both human, you should understand and be able to, intuit. But then there's some things that I'm gonna say that you'll never understand. You can only, was it sympathize with, not empathize with?
Okay. Okay.
I never get those two right. uh,
Amen.
they don't mean the same thing, but one means like you feel the other person, even though you haven't been in their shoes, and the other one you do. But
Okay.
yeah, that I think that plays into it more than what we give it credit for. Yeah.
So when it comes to that, the main thing is this response. Can you break down a little bit of what you see on, like, as far as like response, like how should a man take it if at times, a woman's response may not be what he can really comprehend as far as like what it is she's speaking about or anything else? Like, just how she responds. Like, because usually with us as men, a woman's response is the lack thereof. The reason why we're frustrated is because we usually feel like there is no response sometimes, So what's your take on that? Do you believe that a woman's silence is supposed to be loud and deafening to us? You know how that works.
No,
Okay.
no,
Tell me.
because the nature of a woman is to be soft, um, is to be subtle. Um, you got strong and weak forces. We say strong and weak, but weak forces aren't necessarily weak forces. It's just
Right.
forces. There's just as strong. Their force is just as strong. It's just you can't feel it. As in, like, for instance, G force, you can feel that versus general gravity. That's stronger than G-force, but you don't feel like you being pulled like to the point you get ready to die. That's what strong and weak forces. It's the same thing. If a woman has to scream, yell, get loud, force her message in,
Right.
that you're beyond a certain point at that point. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with a man, but men are typically more reserved with their feelings, generally speaking. So no, I wouldn't say that necessarily. And again, life is not black or white. So I always have reasons why I say yes mostly or no mostly or right in the middle.
Right. Okay. All right. So the reason why I'm asking these questions, because it's a lot of things we be trying to figure out. Now, let me ask you this: considering the topic of the night, do you believe that whether it's one individual in the relationship who actually is into the industry or both, do you believe that someone who is in the industry of porn can have a successful marriage and relationship? I got a lot of yeses yesterday. I was surprised.
Okay.
And it didn't come from all women. It didn't come from all women. So I mean, I love it. Like, no, for real. I love to hear how we look at these things, you see? So I just, what you got?
So my question is, let me ask you, who said yes?
How you doing that? Come on, Lo.
You know I'm a strategist. Who said, give me a name or give me a personality archetype? Who said no? Who said yeah?
Very, very vibrant, very, very outspoken, and look, watch yesterday's show and then just
okay, give me some initials. I need
all right, so how about this? No. Here we go. I almost forgot I had technology. Back chat. Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Just
okay. All right.
Okay. So.
Hey, go ahead. Nah, stop. Look, see you play too damn much. All right, I'm listening.
Wait. Okay. So that being the case, I don't think that the answer is in the direct answer to your question. The answer is in who said yes and why. So when you have an individual that essentially is being asked a question like that, and then you look at their background, and their background is full of non-responsibility, mostly, right? They can't really point to any long-term relationships they've been in, and if they have been in any type of relationships, these relationships are 1, failed relationships, 2, abusive relationships, 3, relationships that did not amount to anything, even if they did end. You see what I'm saying? Like Michelle Obama's relationship with Barack amounted to something, even if it ends. So when you're speaking to people that have a negative view on marriage, relationships, commitment, and they make a statement to your question of, yeah, you can definitely have a healthy marriage while you're a corn star, right? And then you ask them, have you ever been married? And the answer is no.
Ooh. I like that.
Because marriage and dating, living together and being married with children is different from living separate, dating, no children. That's a whole nother situation. So for anyone to say, well, yeah, one has to say, do you have direct experience in sharing the most intimate part of yourself with any stranger, and then turning around and feeling that what you just did is sacred to the person that you with? Because honestly, what's the point of marriage outside of children? What's the point of marriage? Right. Nothing is sacred, like in terms of sex. No, you see what I'm saying? So for anybody that would answer that question in a positive, right? I don't want to really know. Them saying yes doesn't really faze me. Their background, why they say yes, is what I'm mostly interested in. And given what you put in the back chat, you best believe that individual is gonna say, sure.
Okay. I want to pull up a video. So when it comes to men, right? And like, do you believe that when a man rises in his status in life, do you believe that that man should also rise in his head space?
Should is the operative word there.
Okay.
Should.
Okay. I'm gonna
now. Here's the thing. I should be a millionaire right now.
Right. You should be.
Right. I should be a millionaire right now. I should be in a lap of luxury. My head should be in a different place. You
can still have everything you want. Don't do that. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, okay, but like my muffin top should be in a different place. But is it? That's a different question.
All right, bet. So I'm gonna play a video, because again, I grew up to this guy. A lot of us did, and I just all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play this short, and I just want your take on this because I'm, So again, ladies, when there's this headspace of, oh yeah, he got the bag. It's just got to be something that's just so phenomenally amazing about this person because look at them. I mean, look at the numbers, look at the cars, look at the Cartiers, everything going on. But guess what? I then say to myself, so is this worth it over the money dudes like this?
Chance. Like I say, I think both of y'all bad, but y'all never gave me none.
Because I'm not gonna lie, Slim, you're an attractive man. You're very handsome.
Why you ain't never gave me none?
Oh.
So you be making videos?
Yeah, I'll make a video with my man.
Word.
You gotta stay on your.
I ain't got no OnlyFans.
Absolutely not.
It's not.
Why wouldn't y'all do OnlyFans? Y'all got boyfriends?
I don't. I am actually single.
What y'all doing tonight? I'm a nigga who got my shit together. Why y'all ain't give me none?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Well, he just missed 100% of the shots he did take.
I tell you this, he wouldn't have missed if he would have been a bit more educated and had the ability to read the room.
I mean, really,
he could have took all of those shots and actually got them. But see, some people are man children. They act as children. Like if you play that video again and then probably superimpose my son, my middle son, when he was like 9 years old, it'd be the same thing. He'd be like, well, you didn't buy me any ice cream, man. I asked for ice cream 7 times, but you didn't give it to me. Do you have $1 in your pocket right now? So why don't I have ice cream right now? Do you want to give me ice cream? That's how we think.
Are you ready for this?
Keep going.
My son has had that conversation with
Oh my gosh, man.
The ice cream man that come around the neighborhood
Good humor.
Yeah, and my son, he hear that joint in the back of the house and run clean to the front. And if I don't give him $1 for that ice cream, he's blaming me for not having $1. So that it's the same thing. So it's like he's a man child. He would have got that if he would have understand. Just because a chick is dressed like that, don't mean that she's stop staring. Just because she dressed like that, don't mean she's a outward whore. Like an outward whore. Like you can ask her, do you want to go right now? And right on camera, she gonna be like, yeah. Like
Nah. She don't say nothing. No, she don't say nothing. They just hit one of these. You try and go, and they go, head goes down. Head just goes down. Come on. They don't say nothing. Their head just go down. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying he could have done that if he would have been respectful enough to hit her up off camera.
Right.
And without sounding like a child. It's a way to ask a woman out for sex without saying, hey, do you want to go have sex with me? Like, there's a way to do it.
I'm gonna be real with you. See, these are the things. Listen, can I tell you a secret?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't listen, Lola. I swear. Listen, please. This is between me and you and only me and you. Don't tell nobody what I'm about to tell you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, back. I've never asked for sex a day in my life. It's always been given to me because of how I conducted myself. And, you know, I just drove them to the point where they wanted to give it to me. I never, ever did the whole, I got to get you extra drunk. I never did the whole, like none of that. Like never had to try to manipulate, catfish, nothing. I just be who I am. And it's something about a man just being himself is just irresistible.
It is. But see, you said the operative word, being a man. And being a man is not the physicality of being.
Take notes. Take some notes.
Being is something beyond the physical. So when you say, you know, when you be a man, you be yourself, and that self that is being reflected is what's actually carrying that energy. It's not your physicality. Your physicality don't mean nothing without the inner man. So, I mean, you talking like a grown man. What he was on in that video was not that. He was acting like a child that mentally is still in an adult body, but hasn't really came into being of manhood, because manhood would make you do a lot of things different. Because, for instance, he said, I took all the shots, right? Just because you take a shot, every shot in the bullet chamber don't mean you gonna actually hit your target. What's the point in taking a shot and emptying your clip if you ain't gonna hit nothing? What's the point? You gotta be able to make sure that how you aiming is gonna land you your shot. It's no need emptying your clip to the point you don't get nothing and you have nothing left if you're not gonna do it the right way. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, again, Lola, so you telling me this right here reminded you of your son, sis?
Like I say, I think both of y'all bad, but y'all never gave me none.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, Slim, you're an attractive man. You're very handsome.
Why you ain't never gave me none?
Oh.
So you be making videos?
Yeah, I'll make a video with my man.
Word.
You gotta stay on your.
I ain't got no OnlyFans.
Absolutely not.
It's not.
Why wouldn't y'all do OnlyFans? Y'all got boyfriends?
I don't. I am actually single.
What y'all doing tonight? I don't have. I'm a nigga who got my shit together. Why y'all ain't giving me?
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Well, he just missed 100% of the shots he did take.
My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
Did you see him get upset? Like, well, why y'all didn't give me that?
He actually got in his feelings because the headspace is, I got the bag.
Right, that nigga begging.
I mean, you said I'm handsome. What more could it possibly be that a woman would want? Oh, snap.
What good is your handsomeness, though? You could be handsome in the face and don't have, and literally don't even have a penis. You could. You could. So what? You're handsome in your face. That don't mean somebody want to have sex with you because they think, oh, you handsome in the face. You could be a whole woman as far as they know.
What do you mean? Like what? See, this is this is the headspace of, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, be old.
No. Here's the thing. If I see a man talking like that, like he gonna ask all these sexual questions, and on like the 17th question ask, do you got a boyfriend? If her boyfriend was right there in the audience, you would have got your shit fucked up all the way. Like, why would you do that? That's the first question you ask. But see, that's what real men do. They don't step in other men's territory because they understand their own nature of being territorial. So what they're not going to do is be in a room full of men they don't know, with women. They don't know who's who, and just act like nobody's nothing. And then, you see what I'm saying? That's how my son you did it. But you said this. Well, I mean, you did have the money, but you didn't give it to me. But you said you had the money. Like, that's how a child responds to when they don't get their way. And here's the problem. Nobody even told him he couldn't have his way, but the way he's acting, you ain't getting nothing, bro.
That's absolutely crazy. So we're gonna get right, Lola. We're gonna get to the video. Everybody, definitely, you know, I love it when people come through. I appreciate you. I don't have a customized for you one yet, so I'm just gonna give you the best one I got. Everybody, let's go ahead and welcome up Alkali. All right now. Hey, sir.
Hey, what's up,
You okay?
Smitty? How you doing? And
All
hello
right.
to the young lady,
All right.
Miss Ashun. Is that how you say it? Ashun?
Yes. What we doing for the night, Alkaline, we're allowing folks, you know what I'm saying? I'm allowing folks to come up, you know what I'm saying? Speak their mind a nice little bit. I want to make sure that I get the full perspective from Sister Oshun. So I want to make sure that you got your piece in as well.
Sure.
All right, bet that. I pulled you up because I actually do appreciate the fact that you do support, okay? So what's your take on it? Can let's just go from here. All right. So can a couple who is in the corn industry have a successful relationship? Yes or no? Why not? I just love to hear what everybody has to say on the topic. I have no dog in the fight. Speak freely. No, because for real, you gotta say that because everybody think are you aiming for something? No, I'm not. I really want to know freely, what does your brain think? Go ahead, Alkaline.
Wait, in which industry?
Hold on, what now?
You said in which industry?
Corn.
Corn, as in the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
As in farm work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. The Farm Hub.
Right, got you.
Yeah, Farm Hub. Yeah.
Can it work? A relationship can work anywhere. It's about putting in the work. What are you willing to do? What are you not willing to do? It's me, man. I'm honest. If there's any caveats to the whole thing, I would need to know that.
No. Wait. Listen, somebody in the relationship does flex. What caveat do you need?
That's what I was going to say.
He said, what's the caveat?
All right.
Is
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
See. All right. How do I put this?
Wait, you think I didn't think of that? Of course I thought of that.
I got you.
No, dude. I'm a little perplexed. Yes, but here's the thing.
Why are you perplexed?
Well, because it's really not that easy of a question, and it's also not that easy.
I'm amazed at people, Lola. This is what I went through last night. I am amazed. People are actually now. Listen, I love it. No. Everybody, do not be discouraged from speaking your mind. I'm just listen. I mean, damn it, it's my show. I should be able to say that I'm confused. I should be allowed to say that freely. So I am confused.
Ask the question. Have you been in a relationship where you had to contend with your partner having a professional job that involved doing something that is considered to be intimate with random people for money or for free? Have you been in a relationship like that before you say relationships can work?
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I used to.
Are you married to that person right now?
I have to put this in context. I have been in open relationships, swinger relationships, monogamous relationships, and there have been situations in which communication was definitely needed. Boundaries needed to be adhered to so that people can feel at the very least physically safe. And when I say physically safe, I mean not having to worry about getting sick because of your partner's indiscretions on certain matters.
Hey, but hold on, Alkaline, but real quick, Alkaline. But if neither party was working in the corn industry, like, shouldn't that just totally, like, to some degree eliminate even having to worry about any of that? See, we're talking about taking precautions for something that should have been prevented for the simple fact you shouldn't be dating somebody in the corn industry in the first place.
Right.
Go ahead. Rock it.
But Smitty, it's not exactly that simple either. Because
why isn't it? That's what I'm
gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it.
Shit. Okay, so look, I'm about to introduce some. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, I'm being honest with you, only because I want to make sure that folks stay comfortable. If you come up saying anything extra wild or being extra off, I have to drop you, bruh. But I'm gonna pull you up. Everybody, welcome this guy.
Because I hate you, coward ass niggas. You a punk ass nigga.
What's up, Ignorant? What's going on? All right. Hold on. Alkaline, real quick. Ignorant, you chill tonight? Like no bull, bro. Because I don't mind you joining the conversation, bro. But like for real. I gotta do this with you. Unfortunately, you chill tonight? You cool?
I find it out. We do this to our brothers. We see another black man, we assume that he's here to kill me.
So go ahead, Alkaline. What was you saying?
With me, you know how much it's borderline preaching. With me, it's borderline preaching. It's all about communication and what you want from any particular relationship. Yes, it can work, MsOshun. It can work. But it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
So, okay, I don't have a problem with you saying that it can work, but I don't think you're really putting it in correct context. Because when we said in a relationship, the context we were speaking of was in a monogamous relationship. Can it work? But even if you extend it to a polygynous relationship, the question is, can it work? The true context is, if you're in a relationship that is based on familial stabilization, can this work? Now, we understand you're in a relationship with me right now. Our relationship has rules, dynamics. I just met you.
Right.
So it's like, I'm not asking, well, can you be in a relationship with anyone? Like, technically, you can, a relationship works as long as you understand the ground rules, which we're in one right now. You could be a porn star. It doesn't matter, but that's not the context that we were actually speaking in reference to. So
I get what you're saying. And people need to understand there is a difference between emotionally involved with someone and sexually attracted to someone. You can be in an emotional relationship with somebody and truly love this person and be able to say, all right, example, if my wife and I, we are in a totally monogamous relationship.
Because the porn didn't work out. I got it.
No.
Give him a second, Lola. Go.
Yeah, I've been in relationships where we're similar to what you're talking about. But when I got with my wife, I gave her choices. I said, number one, what type of relationship do you want? Do you want to be in an open relationship? And I explained to her what the rules of an open relationship, as far as I understood them, what they were. And then I explained to her, or do you want to be in a swinger relationship? Do you want to be in a monogamous relationship? And I gave her and I left it in her. I left it up to her to decide where she wanted. Right? Am I lying, babe, or did I not ask you that?
Real quick. Alkaline, wait. I gotta make sure I pull my peoples up. Everybody, I want you to give a big round of applause for the smaller version out of the two, which actually he's the smarter version, so let's get it. Everybody, welcome my man Stan.
What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's two of them. It's you don't know which side of this man you're gonna get. But anyway,
you know what? Literally, when that cartoon came out, my mom said that's what she think about me every time I come back from school.
Oh man, we're gonna get into okay, Alkaline, go ahead and finish.
All right.
I'm sorry if I'm no, hold on, wait.
I want to ask him a question.
Yeah. Real quick, I got this. Alkaline, I want you to finish. I was going to you, Ignorant. Ignorant, I haven't forgot. You're next, and then Stan, you're after Ignorant, okay? I just wanted to make sure we knew that. I got you, Ignorant. Go ahead, finish, Alkaline.
So, you know, my wife made her choice, and we stuck by that, and we have been very happy. We've been together for a strong 17 years, married for a even stronger 13 years, without any mishaps. Now, mind you, I am the most ignorant mofo that you could ever find, and I'll make mistakes left and right. And she's been very forgiving. I didn't make any mistakes like, oh, did I cheat on her? Never happened. Nothing like that. But I make mistakes. All men do. Everyone makes mistakes. And she was very forgiving about me being ignorant. But I also have been in relationships where it's more based on emotion and familiarity with the person that you're with. I never got jealous if they went off to do their thing. The only rule was please use protection and tell me what's going on. Be honest and communicate. Now, a lot of people would call that cucking. I don't know why they call that shit cucking.
Why would you know the word cucking?
Because I hear it all over YouTube.
No.
My mic is muted.
And I found out that that's where apparently that's cucking. Well,
no. What was probably called more for you and your wife, and depending on that relationship, and you're not really involved, you're actually probably a stag.
Floor is open for the fellas. Floor is open for the fellas. Go ahead.
Not a cuckold.
You can get in there after.
You're not talking at all. You're a stag, so you're good.
Well, as far as my wife and I, we have
Did
never
you just tell him
we
stay.
have never explored.
No, he's a stag. STAG. He's not a cuckold. Like he's not performing with them.
Oh man, you got a nickname for it. Okay, so we just you know the name. And you just told us the nick. Okay, so it's also cuck and cucko. Okay, so they cuckos.
Yeah, and they're stags. So there's
okay, all right. We got nicknames for this shit.
But the thing is,
Lola.
It's important to communicate. If you cannot communicate and get your thought out and be able to describe what you are wanting compared to what they want, then there can be misunderstandings and the relationship won't work. So you have to work out 100%.
Let me say this to what you're saying, right? I agree that communication is strictly a bottom rule in any relationship. Even our relationship right now, I have to let you talk. I have to listen to you intently. I have to write down my thoughts, your thoughts, all of that. Communication is that's the basis of our culture as humans. You see what I'm saying? And when we fail to do that, then things get to being weird, i.e. not natural. Okay. So what you're saying essentially is I give my partners a choice whenever I'm in it with them. I'm very honest. That's fine. But that's only a percentage, a portion of what makes a relationship work. Just because you're honest about, cheating doesn't mean your cheating isn't devastating. Just because you're honest about being a liar after the fact doesn't negate the fact that you lied. Like I need you to put into context the fact that we're talking about corn and monogamy. Like put corn and monogamy in the same sentence and talk about your experience with that. Now, if you haven't been a corn star and your partner hasn't been a corn star and you've never had to smell her after the fact, or had to run up in her and realize she kind of loosey goosey and you ain't getting it, if you ain't had those experiences, I think that maybe we might need one of the other gentlemen, this guy right here, Ignorant, to maybe see what he got to say about that. Hopefully he has some experience.
Yes. Now, hold on. Briefly, because I want to make sure folks get in here, Alkaline, because I know my man Stan gotta get out of here soon or whatever. I want to make sure he gets a chance. Ignorant. So this is the question I'm presenting, and Ignorant, you then Stan. So would you all say that there's a difference? So I'm going to put you in a scenario. You're the husband of woman A and woman B. All right. Woman A is an actress. That actress, let's say Holly Berry. And she just really does acting, but she did Monstrous Ball. Should you feel the same way as a woman who actively, I mean, you know, goes on camera and does corn. So would you feel the same way when you see, like, for example, because I've always wondered that myself. I don't know if anybody else has had that thought, like, dang, they're married, but they're doing a whole full-fledged kissing scene with a whole nother person. It takes a lot to come outside of yourself as a married individual and do a whole-fledged love scene with multiple people on multiple occasions. Is that not equivalent to how we are describing this whole being married in the corn industry? Ignorant, you got the floor. Stan, you're next. Yeah, we're gonna take it there. I hit the mangles.
Okay, the question was, is her
I
having a
don't
movie
like,
scene?
nigga, if you ask me to repeat that shit.
No, I'm trying to get it short and concise because it's like it was like a diatribe. So I'm not. It was like 17 questions there.
No, it wasn't. It's real simple. You got one dude that's married to an actress.
Okay.
The
Did
other
Halle
dude,
Berry really do it in that movie? I don't think so. But they did date afterwards, so you know he got a chance to tap that ass.
go ahead, man.
But yeah, no, that's a no. I don't play that shit. Like, you can't play like you doing it. You can't fake like you. I don't give a damn. You get 40,000 a night to pretend. No, that's a dub. It's questless. I'm not swapping spit with nobody.
So simplified, like I said, you look at the actress who does love scenes, kissing scenes, all of that in the car, you know, all of that shit. You look at that the same as the chick who's actually getting her back blown out by 2 or 3 different niggas. Stan,
I couldn't do it.
Stan, what do you watch? What do you be looking, Stan?
Are you serious right now, bro?
Yo, you
Go
kiss
ahead.
a woman when you kiss a woman, that's it's a lightning that comes between you two, and your
Right.
hearts sink,
Right.
and you want to take her in the sky and make love in the clouds with the angels and all that.
So you want to do that with somebody who just got done getting banged out by another nigga?
And this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what
Like,
I'm
you
trying
want to
say.
take her to the moon and I mean, really though?
But listen, everybody you've been with done got banged out by another nigga. So at the end of the day, I'm a grown man.
Shit.
Respectfully, I'm a grown man. I'm not going to ask
You
no
know what
questions.
you just woke up.
No, there's a difference between getting banged out and being in a gang bang. There's a difference, okay? Let's stop this, okay? Like everybody can't be everything, okay?
Okay, I'll be talking about trains getting ran now. So, okay. I mean, I done ran a couple trains in my day. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood, you know. At least 3 of them, you know. But,
Are you ready for this?
But
All right,
it's
hold up.
not fun, though. I digress.
Okay. Thank you, Stan. Can you respond so I can get to my video and do part
Yes.
2? Oh,
Yes, I'll go ahead and respond.
God damn, Gracie.
I'm gonna go there. The answer
Okay.
is yes. When you work with a civilian, and civilians are people who are not in the industry, so that's what you are. Where you're trying to fall in love with your favorite performer, adult entertainment performer, you're a civilian because you're not getting tested every 3 weeks. You're not performing. You don't understand what goes on. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and you don't have the maturity to know that it's actually just work. Because a lot of
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
Keep going, Stan.
because a lot of times what we see is only 45 minutes or 25 minutes, and what you don't know is 6 to 8 hours. And the other question, here's the other, because I have to go, and I want to answer the questions as fast as I can so we can get some other questions, right? There's benefits because that person probably worked 3 days out the week, and sometimes those contracts, depending on how good you are either $250,000 a year, $500,000 a year, or $750,000, depending on the studio that you're working for, and you're doing contract work, which imbalances your OF page, and you can't. And if you have the two, you're living well. So a lot of civilians who hooked up with these men, they're living good because now they could go ahead and be a housewife while he out there working 2 scenes out the year or 2 scenes out the month and be done. And you got that income coming in. So yes, it's possible. Yes, there's benefits, but guess what? It's just work.
Well, I'm gonna let Lola get in there. My only response is,
Oh, hell no! 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 Oh, hell no!
And there's levels. But go ahead, Lola. How you doing?
Hey, Stan.
I love it. Hey, Stan, no bull. Hey, thank you, bro. Like we need.
Stan,
man, because I'm not going.
You know it. You know I love it, Stan. You know I love
trying to be
it, bro.
political. F all that. Because people out here doing it
That's
and
what
they
I'm
trying to
talking
figure that stuff out and they living their life. So I'm not going to sit down and be playing around with people and lying. And I know full well a lot of people, a lot of my friends have done this stuff and they doing well. And some of them have become ministers. What's up, Lola? How you doing?
Okay, so you know what? How you doing? Now I'm getting ready to say, how do you know all of this stuff?
Because I got friends.
So your flock is into this.
Yeah, because I'm from Miami, Florida. We got like you know what they say in Florida, HBCUs produce the best strippers.
So wait a minute, the birds of the same feather.
Hold on, not the best like architects and engineers.
No, because your grade always run out every 2 weeks. Anybody even know about HBCUs?
But what happened to the greatest minds?
Huh?
What happened to the greatest minds?
The greatest minds on them poles. The greatest mind is dancing for money, becoming hoes.
Lola, ignorant, alkaline. Yeah, I'm out of this one till we get to the video.
Okay, so here's the thing. That's a different kind of relationship that one has. For instance, if that individual was only bringing in, I don't know, $20,000 a year doing that, it's just $20,000. They make about 30 and stuff like that. Would they still be able to maintain the same?
Yes, it's more than that. Probably non-traceable, taxable income is available.
No. I get what you're saying about the money part currently, but what I'm saying is we're talking about, can monogamous relationships maintain under that framework? And so what I'm saying is, if we take away the money and say, let's suppose the person wasn't getting paid buku money, right?
Yeah.
Let's suppose they were getting paid low amounts of money. If a relationship can withstand under the circumstances, the money aspect shouldn't matter. It's like saying, can a relationship work when a woman makes 6 figures and wear weave? Or
look, me and you, I got you. Let me explain. I got you.
Well,
here's the problem.
Let me finish. So the issue is, I get it that anybody will jump into a relationship, or let's say a situationship, with someone who makes $750,000 a year, doing whatever. And most people will. Most people sell their soul to the whole devil for less. So that doesn't faze me in terms of getting into a circumstance where, they're together. However, having a thriving relationship simply because this person is making this amount of money doing this doesn't mean that the relationship is good. It doesn't even mean that the person likes the fact that they do it. They may tolerate it, but that doesn't mean that they like it. Not necessarily, because I know there's a couple out there, a man and a woman, that do these things, both of them, like they do it. Now, they have a very unique situation because I believe that they're both suffering from something out individually, and they just come their toxicity match. But
it's not toxic, Lola. It's like recognize like. I'm going to ask you a question because I have to go.
Okay.
I got you, Lola. I already got your answer for you when you went there. I'm going to say this: for you to get to that level of the $750, $750K, you got to be a legend. A lot of people out here ain't legend. You doing good for where you at, but you ain't no legend. Y'all be all right. You're doing all right. You gotta be legend. You want to say sign the contract? there's no discussion. It's like it's only for the rare that could get there, not for everybody. However, for that relationship to last, like you just answered that question, right? Electrolyte, I see you. We're gonna get to you because I gotta go. Look, if you're in the same industry, it will last. Well, I started before, like if you're a civilian and you don't understand and you're coming in like some freaking Care Bear, love will conquer all. Look here, fool. Stop it. You know you can't handle it.
So you're saying it works if they're both a part of it, but if not, that's an issue.
That's going to be an issue because you're up here love will conquer all like Disney and them little sparrows flying around. Stop it. Get you some bat wings and grow a devil tail. Because guess what? You don't have an understanding of the industry. Because a lot of times these people, it's work and they get something out of it and there's excitement that's there. And it's only for them. Here you coming in like a civilian, and I'm going to say it again, civilian, because if you're not part of any culture and you coming in here dictating purity and all this other weird stuff for other people, just like, you know, all of us are into different things. Oshun, the dragons, M7, Mr. 7 got his like, you know, Afro beats and whatnot. Electrolyte, you know, he's doing the swinging. And again, that's something completely different from the work. Because that's love, or he used to do swinging, all right? And that's something different. But when you're dealing with somebody from the outside who don't understand, they want to change it, and they feel threatened. And they
Am I the only one who has skipped all the parties?
And guess what? You're not
the only one
because you're a freaking Care Bear, and you need to go ahead and stay in love a lot and chill for a minute, and come back when you get your hands dirty, Care Bears. But go ahead, Oshun.
Okay. Thank you, Lionheart. Thank you, Lionheart.
Not Lionheart.
Yeah, that used to be my.
Care
Bear cousins. You're right.
Yeah. Braveheart, Lionheart.
Those were Care Bears for boys. The other Care Bears was for the girls.
Basically,
Care Bear cousins were for boys.
Yeah. He know. He know that was outside of that.
Well, Mr. 7, go ask your question before I go, because I know SJ is waiting for me.
My thing is, if you're in a relationship, all right, or you're trying to have a relationship with someone that is in the industry and someone that's not in the industry, never has been, you know, there's going to be a huge cultural shock to the person that is, as Stan said, is a civilian. It's going to be a huge cultural shock.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Hold on, Electrolyte. I gotta stop you there. Where's the camera at? I'm right there. Okay, look. Stop playing these games. How did you meet him or her? Were you not at the AVNs? Were you meeting the fans and everything else, and you met her and him at the parties? Or did you go to a swinger event this Friday, and after that you met her and him at the swinging event?
No.
Wait, you think I didn't think of that? Of course I thought of that.
No, I met my wife online.
Not looking, but the civilians, you're not innocent. You watch them on corn, and then after that, you busting hella nuts, and then you manifest meeting that person, and now you want to be, what's that word Ola said? Monogamous.
Oh my God.
That person has sex with so many people in the million. You ain't the only one. You ain't that good, but you got there. Stay in your place. Honor that relationship and enjoy it while you can, and get your student loans paid for because they got the money.
Stan, are you gone?
Stan, brother, I'm starting to like you more and more. Okay.
No, I just want to give Stan his proper outro. Stan, I know you got to go. Everybody, thanks Stan for coming up. Stan, you're the only one who's gotten an intro and an outro. Congratulations,
everybody. Was a meeting you, Stan.
Yeah. Man, y'all know what the fuck it is. Y'all watch out, I'm just getting started. Fuck all y'all bitches, I'm here.
See you, Stan.
It was a pleasure meeting you, brother. But MsOshun, if you don't mind, it's first of all, it's not a monogamous relationship. End of subject. It's not because if one of the members of this relationship is in that industry, it's not a monogamous relationship. What it is, all right, is you could look at it as a contractual relationship. If it has to do with work and work only, okay, and that's the only thing that person is doing outside of the relationship, and it's only work related, all right, then that's more contractual. All right, I'm going to trust you not to mess around with anyone else outside of this. But all right, that's still a huge cultural shock to the person.
What happens at all? You said outside of the see, the cultural shock is, first of all, cultural shock because it once upon a time it didn't happen at all. At what point do we get to where like, nah, I'm comfortable under these circumstances?
You'd be surprised what
No, I'm shocked at every damn thing I've heard tonight so far. I ain't mad at you, and I love it. I need to learn.
What can make certain people happy,
Okay.
or what, you know, there are certain things that that can satisfy any given individual. It doesn't necessarily have to be sex. It can be just to be able to talk with somebody, or somebody, you have somebody's ear, and that is for some people the most release that they want. They don't want really much of else. I've seen relationships that way, but then there's also those types of relationship where you're all up in their grill, and you know you don't get a chance to breathe. I've seen that too, you know. But this, when I'm saying it's a cultural shock, it's just something that has to. This is why I say communicating the intention, what is wanted from either side in the relationship. And I'm going to tell you right now, and this is the truth, statistically, it's easier for women to put up with this shock than it is for men.
That can be explained anthropologically why women may be able to have a higher tolerance for certain things. It's just like women have a higher tolerance for high pitched noises versus men. You kind of see why women would have a natural tolerance to high pitched voices versus men, just because they deal with babies more than men. That's nature has equipped women with a certain tolerance for their plight. You feel me? Yeah. So I get you on that. Now I'll say this: if you could give me, and we could get to the video, but if you could give me the percentage that you know of relationships like that actually last and no cheating goes on, I'm very interested in understanding.
I would actually have to go and do my research all over again, but I would be safe to say, all right. I would be safe to say that it's a minority.
Oh, so we arguing the outliers, not the okay, I got you.
I'm saying it is the minority, you know, that it survives and flourishes. It's hard work. And the only, okay,
you know what? No.
I'm going to be very honest.
Alkaline. Actually, no. I actually do get what he. No. I actually do get what he's trying to advocate. Now, how you express it? No. Seriously, that was hilarious. My
communication skills are not on par.
I want you to hear me. No, he does have a point, because we do speak a lot of times, a lot of talk does go, is had amongst a small group that like we are in existence. It's just that we're not seen as much as what the majority is. So if I'm not mistaken, Alkaline, I mean, I'm just trying to like help advocate on what you're saying. Like, it is out here. It's just that what we consider to be the small minority, the quiet minority is really the quiet majority, right? It's like, it's more people that's like that than not. Is that what you're saying?
Let me think about that, because I really delved into this. Last time I really delved into this was,
and after this part, we're going to get into the video. I want to make
about
sure
15 years it's been 15 years since I've done any research on this.
Okay.
Because the conversation came up between my wife and myself and another couple as to, the conversation came up, and I was curious, they were curious, and I legitimately did some research on it. And when I say the minority, when I'm saying the minority, it's not that it's that much of a minority. It's just because it's not prevalently spoken about, and people feel that that subject is so taboo, it's not brought up. That doesn't mean that there ain't a lot of motherfuckers out there messing around like this. It's just they keep it on the DL. So we don't know. So the information that I have gotten were from those people, and that I gathered were from people that were definitely advocating for that lifestyle. So they were definitely more noisy about it. They had no problem, talking about it.
I'll give you credit on that in terms of who talks about it versus who doesn't. I think there is a culture in the world, like there's always underground cultures,
right?
Because there's reasons for why certain things can't be broadcasted, and sometimes it's ethical reasons why it can go on, but it can't be broadcasted. Sort of like if you're, let's just say you're in a very vanilla type of marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to have sexual relations at home when your kids are at home, right? But it's another thing to openly talk about the fact in front of them that goes on when they're.
That's a very similar situation. Yeah.
Right.
It's a very similar
it's okay
situation.
to do it, but it's not okay to talk about it because that is a whole nother issue. So I'll give you that. And I can't negate you on that because I'm not in all of these circles really to know what the truth of the matter is. I just know based on what I do have access to that most human beings, at least Americans,
Hold on, my wife just had an accident. Give me a second.
Okay. Most Americans are suffering from some. Well, they're on prescription drugs for depression or some psychoanalytic type of drug. So I highly doubt that they're having, normal relationships and fruitful relationships.
65 to 70% of Americans are on different antidepressants or psychological medications due to life circumstances.
Yeah,
majority of people are on something.
Even if it's mild, at the end of the day, you're on something. So my thing is, we have some deep-seated problems up here. So for me to think that fruitful relationships is coming from relationships that strain the human nature. It's like, no, I believe human nature can go above the norm, right? But there's a limit to what that is, generally speaking. There's a limit to that. It just is. Go ahead, get to the video. I'm interested in this next portion.
Okay, we good?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into this video. There's a lot that we've talked about that's going to lead up to what we're going to listen to. So
I apologize. My wife just had an accident in the kitchen. I'm sorry. You okay, babe? Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, she all right. Oil splattered up. And are you, babe? Is your eye okay?
Get up.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna go. Let me take care of this real quick. I'm gonna put some.
Yeah, get up. No, get off the panel. Get up and go see her. We're gonna go ahead and give him a moment. No panel is ever that important, people. Let's go ahead and get to the video. Lola, I already told us, I kind of figured this was going to be one of those nights. So we're going to listen to this. You let me know. Let me get my headphones on so I can hear you good. Cause listen, I gotta put my headphones on because I'm gonna tell you right now, Lola. They're a headache. So let's just get ready. Let's push play. When we push pause, let me know. Let's go.
It's an issue when we do a lap dance in your room versus a lap dance.
Now, these are the women, everything we talked about for the record, they are basically in a sense justifying the whole you can be in a relationship while still doing this OF, corn life, everything else. And you shouldn't be insecure and jealous as a man. So on and so forth, along with the other things, just so you know.
And a private room with niggas giving us money. The difference is that, it's just me. The body is just for me. But in all reality, you're still getting the same experience that other people are getting.
The mind is
so
a powerful
if you
thing.
have a problem with the actual like OnlyFans or porn, then you shouldn't be participating in it at all. Whether it's watching it for free or watching it as ads, no, you're contributing in one way because they get paid off those views. They get paid off those streams. So you guys like to act all high and mighty. You guys like to act from a hypocritical standpoint,
No.
as if you guys are not consciously
It is.
constantly.
It is because you went up for the videos that's over a couple seconds. You keep saying let her finish, but everybody interrupting everybody. I don't get it.
Okay. Yeah, we got to do all one at a time. Like I think it's difficult for me to understand how women don't want to be their bodies. They keep telling the world we are more than just our bodies, but then they constantly are given an image of my body is for sale. Like, so it's a contradicting type of like rhetoric. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got a brother.
Are you more than your body, or are you selling your body to who the higher bidder?
No, let me tell you though. I talk about this with my brother all the time. Though I got
Lola, listen to the answers, Lola. Oh man, I'm glad you here, fam.
actually got a brother, right? And like we talk about this shit. Me and my brother are like two peas in a pod for real. You know what I'm saying? And I would be like, yo, you know, East, like, yada yada yada. How do you feel about doing this? Like, you don't feel like you're doing. I'm like, honestly, no. Like I just said, like 5 times before that, but y'all probably didn't hear it because everybody's talking. The mind is a very powerful thing. So I could fucking put a Santa Claus hat with fucking Santa Claus colors, right? And maybe titties showing. You still think I'm selling sex, but the only thing that you see is from up top is this, and you probably still think I'm selling sex, and I'm still gonna sell that to you. You know why? Because that's why I'm gonna hide from a profit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean it in the most modest way possible. Like, you know, and I say it to my brother. So he asks me these questions. I'm very open with my family. My family's really cool what I do because God forbid something happen. You never know, walk into a club one day. So I'd rather tell my people, it's like, hey, I'm here. I mean, I didn't even share my location with my mother. So I don't care about none of that sex work shit that people throw on their name. But when it comes to modesty and your body, you got to know how to carry yourself. I tell this to girls in the club all the time. They be like, Issa, yo, walk.
In a nutshell, for those who just in case she's talking a little fast for you, what she's basically saying is, I can show titties, I can put on a Santa bikini, whatever, and do all of that, and you're not supposed to look at that as sexual. I mean, there are people who have these head spaces. I mean, I do get that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks at what's sexual different. Everybody does look at what's cheating different, right? But I mean, there is some things that's just, I mean, I think we all can agree is a underlying flat out. So
the argument that she's making creates it's an ideological conundrum, and it doesn't work in her favor, no matter which way you spin it. One, if she's arguing that my body shouldn't be seen sexually, right? Then if men don't see your body as sexual, thus they have to judge something else in terms of attraction, that right there is not going to let's say a lot of women best bet is their body, because if they had to be, you know, put against other women that are highly intellectual, come to the table with, you know, a lot outside their body. Some women, they need their body so that they can actually get a man, like most women do, because most men would tell me women are boring, they're bland, you know, most of their sex sucks, like shit like that, like truth be told. So, you know, if you're saying they shouldn't see your body as sexual, what you're saying is you really think they shouldn't really even be looking at you, period. Not just in a sexual way. They shouldn't even be looking your way for shit. that don't make sense to the human condition, to nature, and nature has been in existence for a really long time. And I don't think, when was she born? 1980. Like, I don't really think you got anything on nature right now. That's one. Two, if you're trying to act like people shouldn't look at you, they should keep looking the other way. This is what we call, again, a grown child. Right now, the president of Ukraine came to the White House in clothes to talk about a deal so his people would stop being killed and World War III would not happen. Do you understand the first question people wanted to know? Why don't you have on the motherfucking suit? You at the motherfucking White House in D.C. You can't put on a suit, disrespecting our country. No suit, no tie, no white, none of that. You can't put on a suit. Why is that shit black? Why you got a logo on it? Why you won't change clothes? Where's your suit, nigga? Like, that's the only thing they wanted to understand, because in their mind, if the way you dress tells me who you are and how much you respect, like, my presence, how you dress. So in the real world out here, people pay attention to the image because we got two eyes, okay? Like, we pay attention to the image. And I think, what is it? Dave Chappelle summed it up so good when he did the skit about the police officer. And he's saying, if you was in a crisis.
I love that one.
You're looking for a police officer. Or do you got time to ask everybody in non-police officer clothes, are you a police? Are you a police? Are you a police? Are you a police? Could you be a police? Could you help me? Are you a police? Are you certified? Did you go through the training? You're looking for somebody that got the uniform on that's going to actually do it. Now, imagine finding somebody with uniform. And then they say, oh, no, I just like dressing like he said, I just like dressing like this. And you in a crisis? Yeah, like that's not funny. So it's the same principle here. You're saying what people shouldn't do and look, but the reason why you're doing that is because you're a grown child. You're going to tell people what their eyes shouldn't do. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? What your eyes, so what their eyes shouldn't do, based on what science are you saying their eyes shouldn't do?
And that's it. That's
what science are you referring to? Now, if she can refer to a science that says at some point humanity hasn't, been heavily based on imagery, I mean, I'm willing to listen, but I mean, I highly doubt that. I do.
Okay. Alkaline, is everything all right? I just want to, like, before we talk about anything, is everything cool in your house? Is the wife okay? Good. All right. Just wanted to make sure. All right. So moving along past that, we're going to get back to the video. I'm just going to push play because I'm pretty sure that you had to take care of things. Whenever you all want me to push pause, let me know. So we are listening to the justification of the alternative lifestyles of today. Alternative lifestyles, for the record, people, does not always mean, believe it or not, same sex. No. Alternative means anything outside of norm in which we know to be marriage, monogamy, and regular relationships. So let's see what this has to say.
Fucking glow in the room.
And the time right now is approximately 10 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank you all for watching.
But guess what? I know how to carry myself. You don't see me looking down and just always being like, here, dollar. I'm not doing none of that. Like, come on now. Like, that's.
Wait, but you put on the Santa bikini free? Okay, all right. I don't know. Maybe I asked the question that was off. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear the question.
No. That's just me. On some. Let's just keep listening real quick and we going. Because trust me, it's plenty left. And I want to make sure we all got time to be up here to do this. Because I need to make sure that I'm not up here too late. Because I got to keep my spiritual equilibrium intact. Let's go. Hopefully I can end this by like around 11-ish. Let's go.
That's bad looks. This is why that right there was what makes y'all think what y'all think.
Why should modesty equate to respect?
No, it's like there's trash in life and there's quality in life. Y'all gotta find the right
about
quality.
What you do, it's how you do.
Like that's what it is.
Why not make free money if you're not physically doing that? You can lay in the
Lola's face. I'm clipping that shit.
Bed and get a couple thousand.
Listen, me too though. Like for real.
Listen, I understand what you guys are saying.
Okay, I got you.
A lot of men sit there and comfort how women get a bag, but a lot of men can't even pay a car note. A lot of men can't even help their baby mama with some groceries, but they spend them top.
And just so everybody knows, I mean, y'all know that's a transmission in the car, right? No, I just want to make sure. Cool. So we know how. Okay, bet. That's it. Let's keep going. No judgment. I just, because, I do respond different to transmissions than I do like alternators.
Majority of their time with homies. Is that bi curious? I'm guessing. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying.
And I'm actually curious how y'all let a transmission actually, like, I don't know, get into a head-on collision with an alternator.
I'm just kind of curious why right off the bat this one seems confrontational.
I can't listen. Let's not talk because I ain't going to get in trouble. They ain't gonna hit me.
Nobody that's in here or anything. I'm just saying in general. I'm an in general and an I statement type of person. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all judge the girls for selling the sex and using their body, and
don't judge the men actually
buying it. And yeah, man, y'all cherish the girls that give it for free. Y'all want wife a bitch that's giving a girl that's giving it up all the time for free and not asking for nothing because you're brainwashing and you being a man, you're getting in her head. And a lot of men that, kind of like the ones I see, try to like put that out there and try to like put this in the decision the women had, not to get it back. It's free money. Get the money. Don't let it make you.
Well, just like how you spoke on, there's a lot of men that can't pay bills. There's a lot of women that can't.
I really want us to pay attention to something because, see, throughout all the mess, there are times where I have moments of clarity and listening to all of this, and it does. I mean, it hits. It's like, all right, bet. There's absolutely zero talk about any, like, has anybody heard anything that's actually beneficial to what a relationship possibly could stand on?
Not on this video so far.
But I want us to really, they are essentially talking about how you can live a lifestyle of, the outer limits, if you want to say, and still be able to remain in the normancy of the interlimits of life's spectrum. So you can do all of that outside stuff and have a very, very flamboyant, very, very promiscuous, a very whatever it is life. You can be everything and anything in the world, but you can still fit into the category of something that, like Lola was saying, since the age of time, has always been intact. And anytime it's ever worked out the way it was designed to work out, it's because those modes were upheld to. And the times that it wasn't, it's because it people who try to do their own thing, some like, Sodom and Gomorrah type. But that's just, where I'm at with it. Like how do you actually try to like mold both worlds? Like, I know in Alaska there's like 6 months of day, 6 months of night, but I ain't never seen where it's like night and day at the same time. Nowhere on planet Earth ever. It always has to be a contrast.
Well, I'm sorry, MsOshun, please go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please.
No. I was just gonna say, what you're saying, Smitty, is correct. But people fail to realize that there's a lot of people on this planet that are suffering from mental disorders, and we've just grown accustomed as a culture to be okay with the mental disorder. For instance, New York has a whole culture of mind your business. You will see someone in a crisis, and the culture is keep your headphones on and your eyes low and just mind your business. They are in a mental crisis in front of you, might be even expiring, i.e. dying. And we have a culture to just let it just see it and not see it. So it's like right now, the culture of bizarreism is just growing and growing and growing. And meanwhile, you have individuals that really are interacting with people and they think they're normal, saying things like, well, why shouldn't you just get the money? First of all, okay, if we really broke down why shouldn't you, right? It's going to be a matter of what is your outcome. If your outcome is to just get money, sure, do whatever you can to get money. But if your outcome is to do anything other than get money, you can't base what you're doing on getting money. That's like arithmetic logic, okay? And if you don't have that, you shouldn't be in a conversation with adults, all right? Go over in the children's section, sit down and be quiet and don't touch the kids, okay? I'm just saying.
Nah, you got that. Alkaline, before I push play on the video, I want to get back to the video because I want to keep going. Because trust me, we got a lot to comment on. So don't worry, we ain't got every little teeny piece. You want to say something real quick, briefly?
I was going to, but let it play on.
Okay, say less.
And pay bills as well, and they leeching on men
for both genders.
Yeah, so it's like it's the same concept. Like,
hold
yeah,
on,
no,
hold
that's
on.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah, you had something to say, my brother.
I was just saying that as much as we say, we hear women keep complaining about being sexually objectified or only looked at for sex, but when you're selling yourself online with your body being exposed, then you wonder why you get that attention.
What I want to know is this: why is it that we only look at selling ourselves as in a sexual way? When you like train yourself for like that team that you're going to try out for, you're selling yourself so that the coach or whoever picks you and drafts you. Whenever you're going for a certain career, everything we do, we're selling ourselves. And I just want to know, why is it? Now I get it. Like I don't think you should be like putting a price on like the purity of one's soul and in turn, you know what I'm saying? You should never put but like when we keep saying like selling yourself, like I don't think we recognize how every day, like even me when I come up to this platform, like I'm selling myself to a degree. I'm selling you what it is of who I am, like naturally, organically. I'm giving you all who I am. So every time that we present ourselves anywhere in life, subsequently, you are to a degree selling yourself. Do you all see that as any difference or whatever? I don't know. What's your take? I mean, any response for I push play? I ain't just want to say that.
That's more on par and more accurate than you think. Way more accurate than you think. And what really gets me going, what gets my blood boiling the most, that those with the loudest voices that are condemning and shaming any given any given group are usually the ones that are most active in it on the DL, and it's bothersome. Yes, being raised in the United States, our culture, just in general, we are selling ourselves. Be the best person you can be. If you're working, because when I work, if I had to shovel shit for a living, I would do it with pride. I'm going to be the best shit shoveler there is out there. I'm going to put forth the most effort to move forward and do the best. We're all trying to sell ourselves. But do you sell yourself to the degree where you sell your soul? And now, don't get me wrong,
Is that me? Oh my gosh, is that me? Did I freeze?
Yeah, you did. Did I freeze on you, MsOshun?
Ah, man, hold on. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
But anyway, when you sell yourself that way, do you go to the degree that you sell your soul? You sell your morals. All right, and the people that have sold their soul and sold their morals are usually the loudest, most judgmental. It's ridiculous, and they have the loudest voices. and it's bothersome. You do it in business all the time. People treat you. How many times have you heard that? You got to step over people. You got to step on people to make it in business. No, you don't. That's just the norm. Everybody does it because it's the norm. I can safely say I've never stepped on a person to make it because you don't have to. And if you don't have to, and I can do it, and I can be satisfied with the life that I have, maybe people want more. But again, you don't have to step on people, step over people. You could actually help people get up there with you.
Okay.
But because it's so normal to leave people at the wayside and not care, it's disturbing. I'm not a number. I'm a person. The person sitting next to you, the person at the job with you, they are not a number. That's an actual living, breathing human being. So don't treat them like a number. And don't let yourself be treated like a number. Sorry, I know that sounded kind of preachy. I didn't mean to. So
you good. I want to make sure we can get through as much as this video because I'm telling you, I'm going to end this around 11. Let's go. We got about good 45 minutes. I want to get through the video. So because trust me, it's a lot to respond to. So we don't have to so let's try to keep it in a nutshell, to a degree. That's all. Just so we can get through the video. Because I'm not doing the part 3. This is all or nothing.
Okay. Can I finish?
I said sorry after. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. Time and time.
Let me know when to pause, y'all. I can hear you.
Again, men are wrong for wanting to purchase women or whatever the case may be. But if we only value women through their bodies, which that's the only thing you brought up. Can I talk? Or are you going to be quiet? Like, God damn.
Stop looking at her. Just stop looking at her. Because you need to look at her now.
I can't look at her.
If women are only showing that and that's the only thing they have to offer, that's what men are going to look at them for. There's a lot of things where we need to correct about ourselves, men and women, and you're not going to get it where you keep showing your ass and titties, and a nigga and a man shouldn't only be valued based off his money at the same time. So there's a lot of course correction we need to do.
Okay, so you shouldn't make money off of showing your ass and titty. Well, then why is the man paying for it? How come the man is not guilty for paying for it? How come
because now watch this. Look, we got to make sure all grounds are covered because that woman is so-called and by society not supposed to be shamed or sad anything said to her for shaking it in the first place. So if she's not guilty, then he's not supposed to be guilty. Thus, guess what? It ain't about if neither one is guilty. God damn it, the kids suffer. But you know what? I'm saying too much right now.
Then who ends up being culpable?
Nah, real quick, Lola, I'm running to the refrigerator. Hold it down. Y'all got it. I'm running to the fridge. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, so when it comes to actual prostitution, I'm gonna be honest with you. Prostitution is a bartering system that has been essentially created by what you call it, like the need-based sales system within the patriarchy. Okay. It's an element of patriarchy. A lot of women think that when they're selling their body, they're feeling liberated. But if you study history, you understand that a woman is selling herself, giving herself, using her body to get food and stuff like that. That is one of the lowest forms of patriarchy that you can think of. It is to say that you do not have the intellectual capability to manage in terms of resources as a male. We do understand that resources have been taken away from women, but in a society like this, to a degree egalitarian even, there shouldn't be no reason why you're still subjecting yourself to a archaic patriarchy that says that, you must just, bend over so some male can see you and feel sexually aroused and do that. Like, there's no need for that now. But if you're stuck at that, that says you have a different problem. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, if you could be doing anything in the world, anything, no matter the cost of money, would you be really just being entertainment for people who don't respect you? Like, really, if I could do anything in the world, money wasn't a thing, I would be creating my own animation studio. Like, that's what I would be doing. Like if money wasn't a thing, I want to do something that is edifying my intellect, my mind, like my talent. But if your talent is just doing what every human being is meant to do, which is have sex, that says that you haven't explored yourself enough. And it just speaks to other problems. So when you say, well, the kids are the ones that suffer, I don't think they suffer directly because, let's say, for instance, prostitution is a thing. That's been going on since the beginning. Even inside of the most conservative cultures, prostitution has been a thing, but it was conservative. I mean, it wasn't outward. Like people, like you said earlier, Electroget, people didn't talk about certain things. Like it's a thing, but there's a culture of there's a time and place to talk and openly, like, you know. So I get it, but these women up here is not doing themselves no justice. And what I don't want is for people to take who they are to be representative of a whole group of people.
And that very first of all, poignantly.
Wait. One second. I don't know if it's. Let me hold on 1 second, please. Let me just turn. Open up mic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Stay right there. Yeah. Stay right there. Go ahead. Say something.
Testing, motherfucking testing.
Yeah, that's better. There we go. Yeah. You was on you was on blast. There we go. All right. There we go.
I'll lower down my mic.
Okay. All right. There we go. I gotta keep my. I need.
You really don't know this part about me, and I'm gonna be very honest. MsOshun, this is. I don't know how you're gonna feel about me saying this. I used to be a watchdog. All right, and if you know what a watchdog is, then I don't have to explain. But for those of you that don't know what a watchdog is, all right, that's not a pimp. That's somebody that got paid hourly for taking care of people that work the streets.
I actually listen. You know, it's wild. All right, so story time, real quick. I'm sorry, I gotta stop that because I've been quiet. You know, during my times when I was on the street, I actually worked for one of those guys. I did. Yeah, I worked for one before. Did y'all know that? See, it's a lot of things I'm not proud of in my life, but what I did was, I did. No, I was the driver. I was basically transporter. I was strapped, and I had to drive them. I had to drive them when they got calls from spot to spot. I was the dude that had to sit in the car, and I had to keep it. I had to keep the engine. I had to keep the engine running, and so I know what he's talking about. I actually did that for a while. And you know something? Nah, but listen though. As much as I hated it, I got paid good as shit. Oh, I got paid real good, real good. And all I had to do was sit there, you know, just make sure the engine stay running. If you get a text with a certain symbol, you know what to do. Go ahead, Alkaline.
I was more.
It's a lot of shit I don't know, man. I swear
I was more hands-on, but I was a watchdog, and only for this reason. I couldn't see myself making or taking a woman's money who is actually putting in all that work. And let me tell you, that's work, and they're sacrificing themselves.
No. Alkaline, stop. You're not taking that woman's money now, mind you. I don't listen.
No, let me get it out so you're gonna.
No, you're not taking her money. That woman has been conditioned and unfortunately brainwashed to not know how to make proper decisions. You can't even begin to try to assess a woman in her right state of mind doing that as opposed to a woman in that position. There are two totally different headspaces. I just want to make sure that that's put out into the ether.
I know, I get what you're saying, but my headspace was and still is this way. I am not comfortable trying to take everything that this person earned. You know, so I would come up with, oh, listen, just pay me this much, to make sure that you're safe, you don't end up at the hospital, and I'll make sure that you're going to get home safely or get wherever you got to go safely. And that was the extent of my contract. I worried about them. I cared about them very much, and I wanted to make sure they got home. That was the most important thing for me.
You wanted to make sure that the hoes got home.
I wanted to make sure they got home safely. You know,
I love the stories that I love the stories that come. I swear I'm like, well, no, I love it because
I don't seem like much.
We need to hear this.
You know, I don't seem like much, but I've been through a lot, and I've seen too much to see what happens to a lot of these women, and it's gory.
All right, well,
I wasn't gonna let that happen. Not if I could stop it.
Okay, so look, we got to get back to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, Alkaline wants to let us know even hoes got a heart. Even hoes.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I can speak. Okay, so I love how you said that men shouldn't be based off their money, but is that not the societal atmosphere that you guys created?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Who's you?
Have
Who's
we
you?
ever had? Have we ever? I'm talking. Have we ever had a woman president? No. Have you ever had a vice president? Last 4 years? But when was America created? 1776.
We only had one black president.
I'm talking. I'm not talking about black. I'm talking about men. Men create the society that you guys complain about.
No,
men.
White men.
Are they not men? Are they not men?
They are white men.
Are they not men?
When y'all talk about patriarchal, we're talking about white man society.
Are they not men? And do you guys not benefit?
We're talking about who created the system. You gotta be specific.
Benefit from the society that you guys saying complain about. Yes, it is the white men that created it. But
All right, but I thought at the beginning our sisters was right alongside of us. I got you. Hold on, who's this? No, stop that, sir. No, listen. You can get out of here with all that. Look, if I haven't made it blatantly clear, come up and speak your mind. We don't do that. I'm trying to figure this out. So, like, all right, bet. So, like, our sisters was right alongside of us. You know, it's a lot of people I think that really need to go back and look at the Black Panther movement and how deep our sisters was in that movement. That was really something. Listen, the government actually put an infiltration on that, bro. Like, see, these are all things that is so lost and forgotten. So when we begin talking like this, it's like, okay, the men are complaining. I'm sorry, last time I checked, so you telling me no sisters complain about patriarchal or whatever society is doing or not doing? I mean, doing to us or not for us. The fact is that this is why I say, in a nutshell, I can't stand how we try to segregate our issues. My sisters, what it is, I'm about to land it. I got you in a nutshell, and you got it, Lola. I promise. My sisters, what you go through is my problems. What I go through are your problems. Why? Because I'm a father of a daughter. Last time I checked, Lola, you got sons, right? Okay. So you see how just in this small little box right here, anything that her sons may go through, me as a man older now, I might be able to be like, you know what? Yeah, I can relate. And anything my daughter might go through, just possibly her as a sister older now, she might be like, yeah, I understand where the young sister coming from. My point is, there is no separation, because if we're talking about the generations to come after us, right? Then it should be no separation. And what we talking about with this but go ahead, Lola. I just had to get that out there. You got it, sis. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that what she's saying is true. Men have created the society. And when said society, no matter how good or bad it is that way because males have had the dominant hand in creating it. That is
okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, for instance, the idea of any particular complaint that a man has that goes on in a particular society, it is in another male's decision to have it be the case and enforce it. That's another male's decision. No
Right.
female, no rights have been granted by a female. No
Right.
laws have been voted on in 51% or more by females. Not one.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
even though men and women both take advantage of the law system, all of them have been instilled and enforced by male, period. Not so much male culture, but males, literally. For instance, when they say, well, like when they say there's not enough good women to go around, and you look at, well, why aren't there enough good women to go around? If there's only 20% of women that are good, there's only 20% of good men. So that sounds like a balance. But everybody, 100% of people want the 20%. Now, the 20% is the 20% because like the male culture has gatekept a certain number of females that everybody has to fight over based on resources. So it's like you create a culture where you hoard resources from women, right? And you make it where so they have to barter for their freedom in a sense. So now they're willing to trade their own morality so that they can, have food, clothing, and shelter. And the only women that aren't like that are the women that just so happen to be under the covering of males that aren't necessarily on your echelon like level. See what I'm saying? Which is the top percent males. And even then there's issues. So like the male system creates problems that it now complains about. For instance, you look at the jail system, right? A lot of the things that this culture males have created is the reason why we have the jail system. And so when males go to jail, unnecessarily, keep in mind the culture that created the laws and the system that they're in, other males. So they're saying, so you can't blame women for that. Women, they never. It's unfortunate, but she is telling the truth at that point.
I love it. No, exactly. We're not here to like. No, we are this right here. This is the station of equal balance, and this is the station of speak your thoughts. Let's get it.
But black men still benefit from it.
We got about 35 more minutes, people. 35 more minutes. Let's go. The time right now is 10:29 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, and I thank you all for watching.
This is how the hierarchy starts. White men, white woman, black men, everybody else, black women. What are y'all talking about? Let's really talk about it. No, let's really talk about it.
What privileges do black men have in society?
This is when you make your enemies start your G.
The atmosphere that you guys
what
complain
privileges
about.
do black
You
men
guys
have in
create the
society?
laws.
Because y'all feel like the way that y'all dress, y'all feel like the way that y'all talk, and y'all
one at a time, please.
You guys create everything. You guys are the ones that say mission and cry.
And for the record, I got you, Alkaline. In case y'all don't know, Alkaline is not white. He's Puerto Rican. All right? Alkaline's Puerto Rican for those who are not hip. All right? So shut up. Leave my buddy alone. He supports, and I do love him as my brother. Let's go.
The first person I heard say that was my uncle, not my mother. And where my mother get it from? Her father. What are you talking about? You guys create the same atmosphere y'all talk about. Let's talk about the men's mental health. You guys don't even talk to your own friends about it. Why? That's just not
That's
what we
incorrect.
do. Let me talk.
So you're making up bullshit.
No, I'm not making up bullshit.
It's a lot of body. I know whoever hitting that guy.
Push it. Go get the money. 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 I got it. Push it.
Yeah, you gotta do a lot of that.
You listen to white women feminist talking points, and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I could bring up statistics. 81% of men say that they are lonely. And if you want me to, I can bring up.
They're not really emotionally intelligent with themselves. That's why.
You guys.
I don't know if it's 81% exactly, but if it's well over 50, I would not doubt it at all. There is a lot of that. There is a lot of men, and you know where the loneliness comes from? It's not about not having a social circle, not having friends, right? The loneliness comes from primarily men not having spaces and places where they can verbalize themselves and speak and get their thoughts across. That's usually where it comes from. Let's go.
What they say about the women? What they say about the women? Women are depressed. Women are anti-depressed.
Only when they get a
She ain't saying that all of them when she was talking.
The statistics say, and I could bring up the research and everything. Just give me 1 second to be on my phone because I can show you because I don't cap. Everything I say has real sources because I actually go to school for this shit. So like I was saying, the statistics say that women are happier single and childless. That says a lot about our society.
Yeah, that's all planned and plotted.
But what my main point was that you guys are actually like the really rulers of y'all universe. Y'all are the ones that are in power. Y'all voices are heard way much more than women. But yet y'all complain to us.
Alkaline, do you believe that men take breakups harder than women?
I actually do believe that.
Yeah, I mean, just asking. I don't know what people think. What do you think? Do men take breakups worse than women?
I think in general, I think that's an accurate assessment. And then we hide it within ourselves, and we take that damage and bring it to the next relationship. But most people do that. Men and women do that. Don't get me wrong. It's not totally male dominated that way of thinking, but I do feel that I personally feel that men take breakups harder than women.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and look at this next part. Let's keep on going.
Instead of complaining to the people that are in power, it's not incorrect. It's not. I feel like the presidential elections tell you everything about it, but y'all guys don't like to talk about politics. Like to talk about gender division, so y'all can actually listen to the white men divide us more.
When white women voted for fucking
your own problems.
Trump, when white women voted for Trump more than they voted for Kamala, how you gonna blame that on men? They women, right? And they voted for another man. So how you gonna blame that on men?
Nah, it's real shit though.
Is she talking? She just talking her ass right now.
Let me tell you something. I feel like we're the directors of our own movie. And when I call our own movie, I call that as life. Like
Because when you make your enemies start your G.
Statistics. Y'all talk about y'all just say something.
Statistics, but okay, statistics don't carry us out every day.
They do.
They really don't though, because you gotta understand, like, are you thinking about statistics when you at the fucking grocery store? Or you over here looking what you're looking at? Like,
no, but you're
not thinking about that shit. Okay, so that's when you're on your you think about that on the side time. Like, you don't think about that every day.
But we could always use statistics to justify, just like they say, black women are the most evicted.
That's why he said that Trump and Kamala
in America. We don't talk about that. They're the most in debt. They're the most in-debt ethnic group in America, but that don't benefit y'all, so you're not gonna bring that up.
Because we're the ones who have most home ownership.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
I'm not going on my sisters. Again, we're here about equal imbalance. There was a huge epidemic about women who became homeless, women who were being evicted. Enormous. I was actually staggered myself by the numbers, considering the narratives that's been put out here. I'm not saying this is all women, and not at all. But when I heard how like the devastating numbers of women that was going through eviction, it was in my personal opinion astronomical. Yeah, let's get back to it.
Look it up. You can look it up. You can look it up.
Or living with their
boy. So the expenses
so what purpose is a home if you gonna get evicted?
A lot of
and that is called
y'all want symbols of freedom and y'all be broke. Like that's the thing.
I gotta be more.
They gonna say they have the most businesses as well too.
Can I answer that? I could actually answer that. It's called the cause and effect. If let's say, let me mean to say 0. Let's say if 5 people, right, out of 5 people, 3 of those people they rent homes, would it not be more likely that those 3 people will be evicted? You got to think about statistics. Out of 5 people, 3 own homes, 2 don't. So the statistics could easily say 2 out of 5 people don't get evicted. Of course they can evict it. They don't have a home.
So
3 out of 5 people
tenants
get
get
evicted.
evicted
Why?
too?
Because they have a home. Like, it's so biased statistic.
Anybody can get evicted though.
So, like, if black women are the most that get evicted because it's the most home ownership, and that's facts. Like, what are you talking about? You can't divide zero by zero.
Evicted. Like,
because
wait, come on. Do you understand what percentage of black men make up the U.S. population?
Don't allow her to negate you to make it an argument versus black and black men and black women.
Argument with the blacks, the whites, and all that.
Black women population.
Dominican. You feel what I'm saying? But to piggyback off what you said, I ain't letting you go.
What do you? Hold on. What? Wait a minute. My skin is black. I've been Dominican.
I'd like to know how that works, but please.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm you know, cause see the thing again.
Having the OnlyFans, having your own.
Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Hold on 1 second. We almost done with this.
I'm sorry, we lost MsOshun. I'm sorry about that.
Hold on. Just give me a second, cause I don't. Okay, we good. My bad.
It's filed for taxes. You feel what I'm saying? So when you work for a job or anything in that nature, whether you doing it with someone else or you doing it by yourself, you have to file taxes for that. It's a form.
All right, cool.
So that's a business. You feel what I'm saying? And majority of people that have OnlyFans,
you got LLC.
That shots, yeah. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't I? My name is on every video, every picture, just not.
That's
Instagram.
because they automatically assume that
trendy.
That's not a LLC, or name being on pictures and videos. LLC is the actual paperwork paid for and licensed. But okay, all right, you know, that's what you describe it to be. I'm just saying because people will hear that, and those who not hip, see, that's the thing. I only pause it on stuff like that because I know it's little stuff like that. Somebody who is not hip would hear that and be like, oh yeah, that's what it is. I mean, you know, just no, that's why you have so many musicians and artists who talk about what? Royalties. Anyway,
Bible off a picture.
They would have asked the man.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Don't do that. That's not true.
Like I said,
how much would you sell? How much you sell for a picture? How much do you guys sell for like a common picture?
I make money, so it really don't matter.
No, I'm just saying like a random picture. Like what how much would that cost?
Yeah,
like
do all this outside talking about my prices. I don't know.
My price is my price.
Okay. Well, my point. The reason why I was asking that is usually that.
Never, ever trust anybody who can't just out front, flat out, just tell you what they do, what the price is, how much they charge, where you can find them. Anytime you get a whole bunch of vague information, you should be very, very careful about said individual. Let's go.
You don't disclose stuff like that on.
Honestly,
it's professionalism.
I apologize. I'm not trying to air your business out. I feel like. I believe if
it's no business to ill out. She
just said she didn't want to give her numbers out. That's why I said I don't want to air people business out.
I don't tell my price.
I just confirmed.
If you was to text me,
Is
you ready now?
If you have a price,
you don't get no price until you ready.
If you have a price of pictures, then you would also have a price to sell yourself. Correct? What would be the limitation to stop you from going all the way?
I get $100 and more for a FaceTime just to sit in my bed and do the bare minimum. You feel what I'm saying?
That's cool.
And a lot of men sit in the bed and be asking bros and moms and godmothers and stuff to borrow money and stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And being that negative,
I love that you said
they work for someone else. Or
that
try
you
to build
said
a
that
business.
It's the people that you know, because like, and I'm not being argumentative. I'm being like real, like, you know, talking to you guys as community, everyone here, those on camera, off camera. You have to understand that things that you guys see every day is literally catered to you.
Ooh, I got something to say. Your mic is muted.
Oh, no, I was going to say, what do you have to say to that? Now, I was actually literally asking that. What do you have to say to that before I go ahead and get to the end of this?
Look, these guys, I don't know how you feel about them, but these guys are trying to negate everything these women are saying. Now, some of the stuff, some of the wild statistics that these women are coming up with are definitely out there. All right, but the message that some of them are putting out is a legit message out there. And then one of the guys was so quick to judge the people all right. Oh, if you're willing to sell pictures, you're willing to sell yourself. I said, really? In my opinion, when you have an attitude like that, those are the first motherfuckers that are up there purchasing these fucking pictures that make the business go the way it does. I do not hold any malice towards any OnlyFans models, because guys do it too. I hold no grievance, no malice towards them, because let's look at it logistically and logically. First of all, if you're going to make money in the sex industry where you don't have to touch the person and you're still getting money for it, more power to you. Because I've seen what happens to a lot of these women when they get put in the same room with some fucking freak that wants to hurt them, because that's how they get their goddamn jollies off. I've seen firsthand what these women go through. So I'm all for them doing shit on OnlyFans, because that makes them safe. Ain't no one touching them. Now, if they go beyond that and actually meet people, then they subject themselves to all kinds of stuff then. That's an entirely different door they just opened. But then you got these motherfuckers that are judging and automatically saying, oh, if you sell a picture, you sell yourself. No. That's the smartest way to go, in my honest opinion. But I didn't mean to be so emotional about it. I'm just letting it out there, man. Sorry.
I keep telling people, from men to women, I don't care who you are. You want to come up and speak your mind? Come on up, speak your mind. As long as you don't say nothing, get the channel ticking down. This is where we do this at. Get it off your chest. Let's go ahead and go. Let's get back to the rest of this before we get up out of here. Alkaline, we got 15 minutes. If that. Let's go.
Well, look, see, you're yelling and I'm not yelling. I'm talking to you this way, babes. I am talking. You're yelling.
Listen,
and
I'm getting annoyed.
You're getting annoyed based on other factors, but not what I'm doing. Maybe I'm adding to the annoyance, but I wasn't the source of it. So you need to understand that.
You're going on a monologue again.
I'm not going on a monologue. That's how you articulate yourself.
Are we good now? Like we good now? Because I think it's over. Like I really think it's done. Like
it is done. I just want to say, I gave respect from the first time I walked in. You didn't give eye statements. You was very direct. I get that this may be his platform, but I said, everybody had the chance to speak. I just want to be able to get out what I had to say, because I had things to talk about and y'all skipped me on multiple
topics. Honestly, I'm gonna be real right with y'all. Like y'all talk a lot.
Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep.
Y'all talk a lot. I'm gonna be real right with y'all. Y'all talk a lot. So that's what they're talking about. Relax. They're asking for opinion. They're asking for opinion, but you on the show, she on the show, I'm on the show, and so is she. Just like these gentlemen. But y'all talking. And she been hella quiet because there's no room for her to speak either. No, but we're not though, because it's really just here right now.
Where?
It's here. No, so that's what he's basically saying. He's trying to be a gentleman and say, like, I'm gonna just be like, for real. It's really just y'all two speaking. They want to get to the next point, and that's.
You can respond when it's over. We're gonna let this ride out, and we're gonna finally get to it. Let's go.
That's it. Ja, get me?
Don't elaborate on men, girl. I gave respect from the day in. You not the girl.
I don't care about none of that. I talk for myself.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
And I listen. No, but I listen.
Don't give no.
But I listen, and that's what's being said. But that's really what's being said, though. But that's really what's being said, though.
I gave respect from day one. It was y'all two talking, him talking, and he interrupted. I get this his
but hold on.
But I give respect.
Hold on.
He wasn't even blunt to ask me about my sexuality.
Keep talking.
China, can we take a break, please? So I can get them to
go. We get in the show, man. I don't like how this is going.
Next topic, please, because I'm not for this. Like, I don't want to hear ABC. I want to hear people argue. I go listen to my parents. What the fuck?
I appreciate you. I appreciate you pulling up, man.
I think we're gonna end the show on this note.
Come on now.
We appreciate y'all for pulling up again. We're gonna start here. Let them know where they can follow you at and all your information.
That shit pissed me off because she didn't even get to speak. What the fuck?
No, that's not fair.
You was interrupting. We was all interrupting each other. We was all interrupting each other.
That's a transmission. That's it's basically a battle of the car parts. It's transmissions versus alternators.
You was interrupting big because you was on your big T shit.
No.
What?
Sorry, I wasn't.
Not real shit. All the emotions came out of that because he didn't know how to talk about it. Because he didn't know how to talk about it. That's what the shit came from. He didn't know how to talk about it.
Fight back another time.
You're not. I'm mad. I'm just being real about it. Yeah, that's a problem because I'm being real.
Hey.
I am a bitch. That's my favorite nigga. That's my favorite.
Okay, first of all,
I don't care.
Okay. All right. That has to get off my that has to get the time. Damn, I didn't know. I'm getting that out. I gotta clip that. Shit. Damn, I didn't know that part was going to come up, yo. Here it is. I'm trying to have a raw reaction, and I got a raw behind.
I just ate.
Nah. I'm serious right now. No, I'm dead ass, bro.
I know.
Like one, like I don't play that, and then like two, like I gotta be real careful, man. They try to take your channel down off anything, bro. Like I immediately when I soon as I end this, bro, like that's smooth. Like yeah, bro. I don't even want to see the fight no more, bro.
The cool thing about StreamYard is you can clip it right there, and StreamYard. On StreamYard you can clip it right there, and StreamYard will put the part that you want up there and just end it before that shot came up.
Yeah, I'm getting that all the way to. Yeah, bro. I don't. Yeah, man. I don't. I didn't mind like showing like something about the, the fight, but.
Did you see my comment in the back?
And I didn't know it was all of that, bro. I ain't know it was all of that, man. Like for real, because that's not even I don't represent that or nothing, bro. Like I'm not with none of that shit. But go ahead though.
Did you see my comment in the back? You might like it.
Hold on. You silly, bro. You silly. Let's just do this, man, because I'm not even going to lie. That just took the wind out of me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like,
dude, I just almost lost my dinner, man.
Hey, bro, hurry up so I can get this off of my stream. I want to hurry up, and I actually want to now hurry this process up. No, I'm not even joking. Man.
I'm good. First of all, let me say thank you. I love coming up here chatting with you. You're one of my favorite people to go up on panel with. I always follow you, whatever panel you go up on, anyway.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
And people need to understand we don't agree on everything. That's the cool thing. We don't agree on everything.
Not supposed to. I'll never be able to learn from you, and you would never learn anything from me if everything you said I already know and agree with. What is it that I possibly gained from listening to you say anything you said? Besides a real brief good feeling, that's a fleeting moment. You see? Yeah, it's all about learning from one another, man. That's why I love to have this platform set up the way that it is, because all I want us to do is I just want to hear what y'all got to say. I know y'all gonna like even ignorant. I know this man is going to say something. I'm like, here it come. I'm
gonna be telling
you know what I'm saying? But like,
you make me want to do. Like, I'm halfway tempted to continue this on my platform. Honestly, I'm halfway tempted to talk about this particular subject on my platform. And I think I might, honestly.
I would.
If I didn't hang out with a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers from the boxing community.
Yeah. I mean, but again, things like that is the reason why I do find pleasure and purpose in what it is that I'm doing. I swear, you know, it is. It's a whole lot of times I'm like, man, F this. I don't even want to do it no more. And it's just little small messages like that in what you spoke of that just, you know, it's what makes me load up the next thumbnail. Like, seriously, you know. So just take note. Maybe as much as you are, I don't know, might get whatever it is that you get from me. Believe it or not, your reactions, your responses, your interactions is definitely what keeps me keeping the channel up. And so I just want to let y'all know that all of this works hand in hand. It's not about Smitty on this one. It's about those who is around me, because you all, you know, are direct reflection on everything it is that I try my best to speak of and advocate for. So I appreciate everybody that comes up and talks about whatever they talk about. You smell me now? I appreciate it. You got any last words, Alkaline, before we get up out of here so I can hurry up and get this shit up off of there?
Yeah. Listen, guys, this is to everyone. If you have the opportunity to try to help someone and you can, and as long as it doesn't hurt you or yours, try to help somebody out less fortunate than you. Not only does it do your soul good, but it helps them out. It doesn't have to be money. It can be lending them an ear, giving them a shoulder to cry on, or whatever. Just try to help somebody less fortunate than you. And I other than that, got nothing else.
I thank you all. I'm gonna hurry up and get up out of here. I don't have nothing to say. Respect to the family.
Ain't no back and forth, ain't no left or right. I got King's disease, but I move like a knight. Rappers bandwagon trying to get some light. I do it for the fam, never for the hype. When you turn a legend, no such thing as relevance. They must have forgot that I'm a new rapper that got integrity. All in the media and blogs, that's just a place I don't care to be. Most of these niggas wouldn't say shit if they was ahead of me.
No back and forth, I did it back then, I do it right now. I open a lane for my era, I'm goated, they gave me the crown. Go with all the success, come negative press, I'm watching it pound. They saying that black music dying, I'm saying they right on the south. But look at me now, damn y'all, look at me now. Whatever I do is in why, I'm keeping it Queens, cause that's my side. I shook up the town, I shook up the city, I shook up the state. I went 21 on my second run, that shit come with age. It's a conversation, it's determination, your interpretation. I just shot the nation. Did my tour with the Woo, I came back and I set the pace. They just ran it, what about Crips and took what I replaced it. Two Caucasians, so part of their faces. Most of y'all assume that they was black as exploitation. They know that I see everything invested in ring. It's cool to be mainstream, I'd rather be timeless, that's if we keep it in P. 21.
I'm on that same trajectory.